All right, up next we've got a first-time submitter. They just joined the Discord,
Oh,
Papaya Hunter.
cool.
They want to know, do we even know how the old gods got on Azeroth in the first place? They are wondering, did they like fly through space, kind of like Tyranid style from 40K and just land on the planet, or were they seeded there by the Void Lords?
The story in this instance is very much a hearsay story. So here's what we know, and this is only because of the Titans. So in the beginning, there was an ocean of light. The ocean of light exploded outwards, and it created the universe. The void was stuck outside the universe with no ability to actually exist within the universe. The one thing that the void was very much aware of was world souls. We don't know how they became aware of that. The Titans became aware of that because they were the world souls that were born. World souls, by the way, exist within planets. The only way for the Void to fight back, because they can't actually physically exist in our realm. We have one example of a Void Lord that tried to come into our realm, and it was the Void Lord Dementius. And he basically showed up on the Ethereal home planet after the Ethereals screwed around with arcane magic and basically became super powerful as a result of their sort of experiments into the arcane. For Dementius to continue to exist, he basically had to feed off the planet, and effectively he consumed the entirety of the planet just to maintain his presence within the, for lack of a better word, the Materium. Because they are part of the Void, they cannot exist within our realm. So in order to exist within our realm, we are told that after the Void Lords found out about Titan World Souls, and we still don't quite know how they found out, but after they found out, they basically flung fragments of themselves. So the Old Gods are fragments of the Void Lords. They flung those fragments through the veil that separates the Void from reality into space. And basically, these fragments will fly and fly and fly until it hits something. So there might be thousands of fragments that is still flying through the great cosmos, because according to at least all of the information that we have, the cosmos is effectively infinite, right? It is incredibly large. In fact, so large that not even the Titans have traversed all of it. And the Titans are large and they can travel really fast, really far. And not even they have been able to go to the far reaches of the Great Beyond, as it is known. So these fragments simply fly until they hit a planet. And once they hit that planet, this is where their corrupting activities start. So they will burrow into this planet, slowly, obviously at first, and then deeper and deeper and deeper, and with every inch or meter that they go deeper, they will start to sap more of the energy of the planet. Now, if there is a world soul in this planet, they will start to corrupt it, and here's why they do this. They do this because they cannot corrupt a Titan that is fully birthed. Right? So a Titan that already exists, like Amanthul or Sargeras, the Void had zero success at corrupting them. And corruption is kind of the game of the Void. They whisper, they influence, they drag you to their side, and then they make you a servant. The problem is that the Titans seem impervious to any sort of suggestion. The power of suggestion just does not exist where the Titans are concerned. And so the Void had this hypothesis. The hypothesis is that if they could corrupt a nascent Titan, then that will lead to them actually having a Titan. And according to at least Sargeras, a Void corrupted Titan would be the most powerful Titan in the universe. Nothing would be able to stand against a Titan that has both arcane magic and also the magic of the void within it. So these old gods burrow and burrow and burrow and corrupt until such time that they can finally wholly corrupt this titan. The titans, on the other hand, go throughout the entirety of the Great Beyond, trying to find nascent titans and either make them immune to old god corruption from the start if there are no old god presence on the planet, or if they find old god presence on the planet, they then lock these old gods up and they ensure that these old gods have no further influence on this planet. Everything that I've just explained to you and everything that I've just described to you is, of course, from the perspective and the book of the Titans. This is what the Titans have told us. Now, right off the bat, it starts with a lie. The Titans claim that the world started in an ocean of light. This is a lie. We now know that there is a place like Zereth Mortis called Zereth Ordus, and that is where the Titans are from. So it's a lie. The world did not start in an ocean of light. The world started in Zereth Ordus. At least we know that that is where the Titans are from, because the Titans didn't want us to know that this is where the Titans are from, right? We know that because of Tyr. Tyr actually said that there must be no mention of Zereth Ordus. The Titans do not want the mortals to know about Zereth Ordus. So the Titans it starts off with a lie. They're telling us something that isn't necessarily true. Now, on that, I just want to say, it could still potentially be true, considering what we know of Zereth Mortis. Zereth Mortis is located in an ocean of water, right? There's water everywhere. So is it possible that when you enter into Zereth Ordus, the water glows and makes it look like there is light everywhere? And that is why, from the perspective of the Titans, life starts in an ocean of light. In other words, literally, it looks like an ocean of light when you're inside Zereth Ordus. Possible, but still a lie, right? Because their initial response is sort of bullshit. Then, of course, we don't have evidence of lies around the Old Gods and how the Old Gods arrived on Azeroth. What we do have is multiple instances where the Titans have lied to us about a great many things. So I would say that take the entire explanation of how the Old Gods arrived on Azeroth with a massive grain of salt. That story was told to us for the Titans' benefit. This is what they thought we should know. Now, it could be that they told us 90% of the truth, and about 10% they left out, because they don't want us to know about the other 10%. Or it could be that only 10% of it is true, and 90% is bullshit, because the Titans didn't want us to know the full truth and the whole truth, because the Titans do consider themselves to be the arbiters of truth. And they believe that if we knew the truth, we would interfere. And, of course, for anyone that still doesn't know, we are not allies of the Titans. The Titans are not our allies. We are tools. The Titans will use us when it is fitting and when it is convenient, but they will kill us when it is not. So as soon as we get in their way, they will absolutely kill us. They have no problems or qualms with it because we don't matter. What matters to the Titans is the existence of life. And if we become a problem or a threat to this existence of life, the Titans will absolutely end us. That's just the short and the long of it. There's, of course, many other things that we can draw upon. The gift of flesh or the curse of flesh. This is, again, one of those weird things. The Titans call it the curse of flesh. The Old Gods call it the gift of flesh. If we look at it objectively, we have to go with gift. You see, because before the curse of flesh was introduced, we were slaves to the Titans' will. we had to do what the Titans said. And then once the gift of flesh was bestowed upon us, we started to develop free will, the ability to say, but I don't want to live this way. I instead want to do X, Y, or Z. So go screw yourself. So it's sort of like every single piece of evidence that we have suggests that the Titans was full of shit. The sad or downside of that is, if that isn't true, we do not know where the old gods come from. And we don't even have enough to begin to theorize or speculate on it. That's how little we know about the old gods and the void. I want to be clear on this. This is not just a problem of us not knowing the origins of the void presence within the great beyond. We don't know enough about the void or the old gods as a whole to even begin to speculate on it. The only thing we actually know about the Void Lords, is that there may have been one called Dementius at one point, even though the Ethereals kind of hint at it, but don't really want to talk about it. But we think that there was a Void Lord called Dementius at some point. We think that they can't exist within our realm, and we think that they are in a place called the Void. And we know that the old gods refer to them as the Masters. That's it. Everything else is based on guesswork and reading between the lines. That's about as much as we know about them. I hope that answers the question, insofar as it doesn't answer the question, but it's the best I can do given the question.